Have you ever felt a chill down your spine when a shadow flits across your vision only to disappear when you turn to look? Picture the scene: night has fallen, and the world is bathed in an eerie silence, punctuated only by the distant hoot of an owl or the rustling of leaves in the wind. It's in these moments that the mind begins to wander into the realm of the unknown, the terrifying. You see, the human mind is a strange thing. It thrives on stories, on narratives that make the ordinary extraordinary, the mundane terrifying. It's in this spirit that we turn to the darkest corners of the internet, where tales of the inexplicable and downright chilling come to life. These are not mere campfire tales, no. These are stories shared by ordinary folks on Reddit, recounting experiences that have left them shaken and sometimes forever changed. Brace yourself as we delve into the realm of the inexplicable and downright terrifying. Imagine, if you will, a melody so hauntingly beautiful it sends shivers down your spine, yet you cannot resist its call. This tale begins with an ordinary evening turned extraordinary by a melody so enchanting that it seeped through the walls of our protagonist's home, wrapping him in its allure. The user, a man of simple tastes and simpler routines, found himself drawn to this melody like a moth to a flame. It was a melody that he had never heard before, yet it seemed to be playing on the strings of his soul. The melody was enchanting, yes, but it was also eerie, strange and unsettling. It was as if the melody was more than just a collection of notes. It felt as if it were a living, breathing entity, whispering secrets that were not meant to be heard. Yet our protagonist was unable to resist its call, and so he followed the melody. It led him down winding roads, through shadowy alleys, and into the heart of the city's forgotten district. It was a place that time seemed to have left behind, a relic of a bygone era. Yet the melody thrived here, growing in intensity and fervor. It led him to an old decrepit building. The melody seemed to emanate from within, echoing through the empty halls and stairwells. The melody was intoxicating, seducing him into the building's heart. And then, in its crescendo, he uncovered a horrifying truth. The melody was not just a song. It was a lament, a mournful dirge for the souls trapped within the building's crumbling walls. The haunting melody was a beacon, a siren's call to the spirits that lurked within the shadows. The dilapidated building was their prison, and the melody was their plea for release, a desperate cry for help that echoed through the night. Our protagonist, entranced by the melody, had unwittingly stumbled upon a chilling revelation. He had ventured into the realm of the supernatural, drawn by the siren's song, and uncovered a truth that was as horrifying as it was mesmerizing. A melody that was not just a song, but a siren's call to a chilling revelation. What if you discovered you were not alone in your own home? Picture this. You've found the perfect place to live, quaint, quiet, nestled in the heart of the city, a place you can call your own. But slowly, things start to feel off. You catch fleeting shadows out of the corner of your eye, but when you turn, there's nothing there. A cold gust of wind blows through rooms with closed windows. You shrug it off as the quirks of an old house, but then you start to notice other things. Your belongings are not where you left them. You find a mug in your sink that you don't recall using. A chair is moved slightly, not where you remember leaving it. You convince yourself that you're just forgetful, that it's the stress of the move. You're not scared, not yet. But then the noises start. A soft creaking in the dead of night, a hollow echo like footsteps in the attic. You hear whispers, faint and unintelligible, seeping through the walls. You start to feel watched. Every corner of your home feels invaded, every room tainted with an unseen presence. It's not just a feeling anymore, it's real. You find signs of someone, something, living in your home. An extra toothbrush in the bathroom, a half-eaten sandwich in the fridge, a strange scent lingering in the air. The realization hits you hard. You're not alone. You search the house, your heart pounding, but find nothing. No one, only the eerie silence of your once comforting home. The signs are there, but the tenant, unseen. The thought chills you to the bone. What could be lurking in the shadows? What malevolent entity calls your home their home? You're left with more questions than answers. Who is this unseen tenant? What do they want? Most importantly, are you safe in your own home? The fear sets in, the fear of the unknown, the fear of the unseen. An unseen guest, an unwelcome tenant, leaving only traces of their horrifying presence. What would you do if a seemingly innocent object in your possession turned out to be cursed? We take a plunge into our third tale. A chilling account of an ordinary item with an extraordinary curse. Imagine being a collector, always on the lookout for the unique, the rare, the unusual. Our protagonist, a Reddit user with a keen eye for the peculiar, stumbles upon an artifact that piques their interest. A small, ornate box, beautifully crafted and seemingly harmless, yet it holds a secret that's far from benign. The box, purchased from an obscure online auction, arrives at their doorstep. Excitement turns to intrigue as they unpackage it, running their fingers over the intricate carvings, feeling the weight of its history in their hands. Little did they know, they were holding a Pandoras Box, a vessel of unimagined horrors. Soon after the box finds its place on their mantle, strange occurrences begin. Soft whispers in the dead of night, shadows that move just out of sight, a cold dread that creeps into the room with the box. Our protagonist, once a skeptic, starts to question their rationality. Could there be something supernatural at play? Could the box really be cursed? The user turns to Reddit, sharing their experiences, seeking answers. The community responds with a mix of skepticism and fear, some suggesting they've stumbled upon a Dybbuk box, a container used in Jewish folklore to trap malicious spirits. Advice floods in, urging them to get rid of the box, to seek spiritual help, to not open it under any circumstances. But curiosity is a powerful force, compelling and seductive. Despite the warnings, they decide to open the box. What happens next is a whirlwind of terror, a barrage of inexplicable events that leaves them shaken to their core. They quickly realize their grave mistake. Some boxes are better left unopened. An innocuous artifact, a cursed possession bringing nothing but terror and despair. Can a nightmare be so terrifying that it's better left forgotten? Our fourth tale plunges us into the depths of the subconscious, where reality intertwines with the twisted fabric of our deepest fears. This tale is of a Reddit user who found themselves entrapped in a horrifying cycle of a recurring nightmare, a terror so profound that they could scarcely recall it upon waking. Each night, as they surrendered to sleep, a chilling dread would creep into their dreams. A terror so raw, so visceral, that it seemed to gnaw at their very spirit. Yet, every morning they would wake up in a cold sweat, their heart pounding, their breath ragged, with only the vague echoes of their tormenting nightmare left to haunt them. The true horror of this tale lies not in the nightmare itself, but in its elusive nature. Imagine, if you will, a terror so intense that your mind shields you from its memory, choosing oblivion over recalling such horror. It's as if the mind, in its own defense, wipes clean the slate of memory, leaving behind only the faintest traces of dread. The user tried everything to remember, hoping that understanding the nightmare might help them conquer it. They consulted doctors, therapists, even tried hypnosis, but each attempt was in vain. The nightmare, as if sentient, refused to be unmasked, persisting in its haunting cycle of terror and amnesia. It's a chilling reminder of how our own minds can become the most sinister of playgrounds. A place where our deepest fears, too terrifying to confront in the light of day, can run rampant in the dark recesses of our dreams. A place where the line between the real and the imagined blurs into a terrifying spectacle of the subconscious. So, we find ourselves asking again, can a nightmare be so terrifying that it's better left forgotten? Or is the true horror found in the forgetting, in the relentless cycle of terror without understanding, without resolution? A nightmare so horrific it was better left forgotten. What if an entity not of this world had sinister intentions for you? Picture this scenario: a Reddit user finds themselves face to face with an entity that defies all earthly understanding. This eerie presence is not a fleeting shadow in the corner of your eye. Oh no, it manifests itself in a far more sinister way. It lurks in the stillness of the night, in the quiet moments when you're alone with your thoughts. Its presence, a chilling reminder of the unknown, the unexplainable. Every creak of the house, every flicker of the light. Is it playing tricks, or is it the entity making its presence known? As the story unfolds, the user is drawn into a terrifying dance with this otherworldly creature. An uncanny game of cat and mouse where the stakes are unimaginably high. A chilling tale that leaves us questioning what lurks in the shadows of our world. An entity not of our world with intentions far from benign. And so, we conclude our journey into the realm of the terrifying and unexplained. We've traversed the shadowy corridors of the chilling, haunting melody, where music became a haunting anthem of the supernatural. We've delved into the eerie world of the unseen tenant, a chilling reminder of the unseen presences that may dwell alongside us. We dared to touch the cursed artifact, a chilling testament to the power of objects steeped in darkness and mystery. Our journey led us into the depths of the forgotten nightmare, a chilling exploration of the horrors that lurk in the corners of our mind. Finally, we confronted the sinister entity, a chilling embodiment of the malevolent forces that exist just beyond our perception. Each story, a chilling echo of the macabre and the unexplained, reminding us of the fascinating yet terrifying world that exists in the shadows. Remember, dear viewer, these tales of horror lurk only a click away on Reddit. Until next time, sleep well.